Hello, welcome. Alright, so in this video, I'll be showing us how to create a calculator app using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And our main focus in this video will be JavaScript because I want you to understand more about JavaScript functionality and how it works. Okay, so this is my HTML file. I'm going to take all this out. Now type HTML. I'll click on HTML5. Yes, this is much better. So the first thing I want to do is link my CSS. So you link your CSS and then you link your JavaScript. Alright, so this is it. Remove all these ones. So it is main.js, this one. So it has to be what is here also. So this part is very important, else your JavaScript code might not work. Alright, so let's get started. We are going to start by building the HTML structure of the calculator, which we'll first do is we'll create a div class with an ID of calculator. So we'll say div hash, then call this calculator. Okay, so we'll call this calculator. Now, so this is our main class. So inside of this class, we are going to create input. So you already know what input is for. It's for like typing text and all. So just remove all these things. Just put text. I'm not adding any value. You can remove the value. Now, so we give it an ID of display. We'll call this display. So this is what we have here, and you see that this input is like something you can type inside, but we don't want it to be something that someone can type inside. So we'll add this HTML attribute known as read only. So it is restricted, you cannot type inside again. Okay, so now we'll create another div and then we'll give this one an ID of keys. Okay, so now we can start placing in our keys here. So I'll do the first one and then I'll do like I'll do the first one and then we'll just copy and paste. So we'll say button, not submit. So for these buttons, we are going to add a function to it, like a property called onClick. So when we click the button, we want something to happen. So we add append to display. Okay, then you add this bracket to make it like a function. Okay, so now for our first button is going to be a plus button, so we'll put plus, and then inside of everybody, let's remove this. Inside every button we are going to have this symbol. Look at it very well, this symbol, very important. So now we've created this first button. What I'll do now is I'll copy this button and I'll paste it repeatedly. Okay, so let's start adding our keys, our numbers, and our symbols. So now I'll add plus to this first one, then I'll come here and add plus. So you see this first button has a plus sign. So same goes for the rest button. We've had 7 before. Then we'll put a star. You can put normal times here. Okay. Then we start from 1. Okay, so we have almost all the buttons here. I want to add this C. Alright, so that's all the keys I want to add to my buttons. Alright, now so there are some keys that we're adding some special effects to, so just watch carefully to see those keys. Now, so we have all the symbol keys. I'm going to give them a special class. So I'll just come here after this place, like give space or something. Okay, then we'll add class. So I'm going to give all those special keys a class name of operation BTN. You can give it any name, but just make sure it's something you remember. Okay, now copy this, or something easy to copy this, copy. So for all the symbols, all these keys, the plus, the minus, the division, I'm going to add that class right here. Alright, so that's it. So now 2 more keys I'll add special effects to is this. Be able to zoom it so that you see it very well. So I want to add a special effect to this C key, because this C key will be the one to like clear, and then I want to add different function to this C and different function to equals to. Okay, so let's do that. Now just locate the C. Alright, so this is the C. I'll remove what is inside here. I'll just remove it so that this place will be blank. Okay, then for it now, its own function name will be different. So I'll call it clear display. clear display. I'll make this small letter. Okay, so this is good. Now I will locate the equals to, also I'll remove this thing inside, and then I'll also give it its own function. I'll call this calculate. Okay, so these are the different keys. This one is calculate, and then this one is clear display. Okay, and then all the symbols, all the keys that are symbols, they have a class of operation btn. So now we are done with our HTML. We'll go to CSS to style it. This. So the first thing we want to style is this general body, margin 0, padding 0, box size in border box. Right now, so we start from our body section. We edit the body section. We give our body of display flex, and justify content. Align items. So for the background color, we are going to be using this HSL. This is hue, saturation, lightness. So we'll be using something like this. Okay, it's here also, this place. If you click on this like color palette, you see it, HSL, all those things. So we're not going to use that. So for this background, we'll make this 0, make it 0%, and then for the lightness, we'll make it 80%. Now, so you see this our background color, like that's changed. So now we'll go to the next one, which is this calculator, and we edit it. So I'll call the calculator here hash. I think it's best you come and copy it so that you don't type something else. So I'll copy this and I'll paste. I'll give it a font family. Border radius, I'll give it 15 pixels. Max width, alright. So this is for the calculate. Now let's see what we've been doing. So you see that this stuff is like there's a color here or something. They are close to themselves now. So we've done the calculate. Now Let's go to this other one, which is this display. This one, we'll edit it. I'll come here and do hash, copy it, give it a width of 100%. Adding 20 px. Right, so this is what I've been trying to edit, but it's not coming out, it's not showing very well. So let's check what might be wrong. Display. So our CSS is linked. Let's check again. Our page is not responding to what we did. Let's remove this and link the CSS again. I don't know what is wrong. Alright, so this is it. Alright, so the issue was that there was a space here. Yeah, that was the issue. So we have this. That width is too much. This is 100 px. Very small. Okay, so we have this. Now let's edit the keys. Let's edit for the keys. We can work on this later, though it's looking very big. But let's edit the keys. So use display grid. So you have to make sure there is no space inside. because it's that space that is making it not to work. You see now it's working perfectly. So we have keys. So display grid, then we use the CSS grid property, which is grid template column. So just search for grid template column, or we'll do repeat for 1 R. Okay. Put comma here. Alright, so you see it is arranged in like 4 columns. Okay, so now we'll style our button. We'll add gap, so and like this space here. Alright, so we've edited the keys. Now we'll edit our button. Come here, say button. So the width and the height has to be the same so that it will look very nice. So you see we have this button here. Okay, so I have this border radius 15px. So it depends on how you want your button to look like. So I can choose to make these buttons to be like very round. I can choose to make it 50px, and then the buttons are very round. Okay, but I want it to be box. 15 is cool. We'll add color to the button. Alright, so this is the color. I want it to be like dark. We'll add a font size. So okay, so you see this, the button is now very bold, but I don't think I like that. Let's do 1.2. Is better. Font width to be bold. Okay, so you see the text inside and now looking very bold. Forgot to add color to this display. Color will be white. Okay. Now I want to add an effect to this button that when I click on it, you will know that the button has been clicked. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come here, I'll say button hover. The only thing I'll do here is adding a background color to it, like reducing the light of the background, so that when you hover on this button you will have like a different color shade. Okay, so we do just click on this one and change this to 40. So you see when you hover there is like a change in the color. Let's do for active, so that when you click something will change also. Let's change this to 50. So we clicked on this button and then it's changing. You see, it's like we clicked on it. Let's remove the button here. Okay, so what I did is I removed the button border because the border was not looking very nice. So this is much better. This is much better. Now, for those our symbols and our special keys that we added this class to, we are going to edit it now. This operation btn. And I'll paste it here. Since it's a class, we'll use dots. Then I'll give it its own background color. I want to choose orange color. In case you don't know the name of the color, you can always choose color from here also. Alright, so you see the colors are orange. Now I want to do active and hover for it also. Copy this. So I can just reduce the light for this one. Instead of 50, I can just make it to come down to 20, or make it high as 60. So if you hover, you see there is a difference in the color. Not much difference, but let's increase this to 80. So now you can see the difference. Okay, let's do for active. Let's make this 70. So do for active. So as you click on the button, you see that there is a change in the color. Okay, alright, so that's it. So we are done with our CSS aspect of this calculator. You can arrange yours anyhow you want the keys to be, but this is how I want my own keys to be arranged. So now, time for JavaScript. So we'll come to our main.js, remove this console.log. So the first thing we want to do is to call this our first function, this one. Call this this variable display. So we say const display equals to display documents dot, make sure your spelling is correct, dot get, so get elements by ID. So our ID is going to be display, then your semicolon. Now we'll call our first function a function. Let's come here and copy it so they don't make mistake. Append to display, copy, paste it here, and open. Okay, so inside this place we'll write input, because we want what is in this input here. This input here, we want it to display. When I click on any of these keys, we want it to display here. So we'll call the input and open braces. So inside our function body, we tell it what we want the function to do. We say display dot value. So any value that is there, display that value. That's what we are telling it to do. Do plus equals to input. Now this plus and equals to, it allows us to type multiple keys at the same time and not just one key. So let's show how it works. So I did 5. Before now we could not click on those keys. Let me remove this. It was not displaying. So if we put our equals to back, I can click on 5, I click on 8, 4, and all these keys. Okay, but if you remove this plus, you can only click on one key at a time. I just want you to understand how it works. So we'll put our plus. Now we'll call the next function, which is, remember our special keys that we give different function. This one is clear display, copy, come here, you put the name here, paste clear display. So this one, we want that when we click on these keys, it's not clicking again, what happened? Okay, let's finish with this first, then it's going to work. So clear display, we'll do display dot value equals to, nothing is here, and we'll close it. So now if we click on these values, I can press this clear button for everything to disappear. Okay, now for our last function, which is the calculations, we want to be able to calculate it, and then when we press on equals to, it should give us like a value. Okay, so we'll come here, we'll call the next function here. So for this one, the name of the function is calculate. Make this small letter, I think it's better. Put C here, calculate. Then we'll open it. So inside here would add what to make it to calculate. So we'll do something like try, so say display dot value. Alright, so this evaluate is like a JavaScript function that helps to calculate. So we'll say evaluate display dot value. Okay, so let's do 7 plus. Okay, no, we'll not close this code, it's not complete. Now let's complete it. We'll do what we call catch. Let's call catch error in JavaScript. So in case there are any errors, it should be able to catch it. So catch error. So display value equals to error. Alright, so let's test this. So do 7 plus 8. So now it's adding this stuff for us. Plus 9 minus 6 times 2 divide by 3 times. Okay, so for this pi, I did not add any value to it when I was doing it because I wanted to add the main value of pi to it here instead of just the symbol. So this is the button for pi. So what I'll do is I'll just come to my calculator and check what the main value of pi is. So this is the value of pi. Copy this. So I'll paste it inside this place. Okay, so now if we run this, if we click on pi, you see the value of pi coming out here. Okay, so you can edit this calculator to how you want it to look like. This contrast type. This font size is too big. Maybe 2. is better. This is how it looks like if it was on a desktop. This container does not have enough space like padding or margin. Let's check it. I think it's much better. Let's give this border radius. Okay. Alright, so I think this calculator is looking nice now. So you can go ahead and try yours. Make it look very beautiful, and also make sure it's functioning, because that's the most important thing. The JavaScript. I want to show you the error in case you press something that is not meaningful. See, showing you syntax error invalid. Okay. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video.